What do you get when you cross a Ukrainian cabinet maker, 14-karat gold, and $20,000 in post-war money? You get a car so lavish it made the Phantom Corsair look like a rental. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're diving headfirst into the glitter-soaked, chrome-drenched fever dream known as the 1949 Delahaye Type 175 Saoutchik Coupe de Ville. A car so outrageously luxurious it made my neighbor Bob swear it was built by aliens trying to seduce the French elite. And honestly, he might be right this time. Now, before we plunge into this caramel-dipped croissant of automotive absurdity, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel. It's free, unlike this Delahaye, and if you don't, you'll miss out on more vehicular fairy tales, Timmy's accidental international incidents, and enough car jokes to make your mechanic weep. All right, where do we begin? Probably with the fact that this rolling sculpture was designed by Jacques Saoutchik, a guy who looked at the aerodynamic teardrop and said, not dramatic enough. Let's add gold. Born near Minsk, this Ukrainian-born Parisian body artisan made furniture before saying, "Screw chairs, I want to build moving palaces." And a palace it was. Imagine walking into a salon in 1949 Paris and seeing this thing, gold-plated fixtures, doors that open with a button like your James Bond's flamboyant French cousin, and sheep wool carpets that probably had better healthcare than most humans at the time. The roof? Detachable. The vibe? Untouchably opulent. Under the sculpted hood was a 4,455 cubic centimeters overhead valve, inline-six cylinder engine, puffing out 125 horsepower at 5,200 revolutions per minute. Not exactly a rocket, but who cares? This thing was a catwalk model, not a sprinter. It had triple Solex carburetors, a 4-speed Kotal pre-selector gearbox, and brakes made of finned alloy drums on all 4 wheels. Because if you're going to stop traffic, you should also be able to stop yourself. Suspension? Dubonnet coil-sprung front, De Dion rear. Just enough complexity to confuse your local mechanic and impress the valet. But let's talk price. When this car debuted, it cost $20,000, which in the late 1940s was the equivalent of going to a bar and ordering champagne for the next 17 years. In today's money, we're looking north of $250,000. And I'm not even counting the gold trim or the Motorola radio that probably only played Edith Piaf and engine purrs. And then came the parade of owners. First was Jack Pry from Washington, D.C., who showed it in New York next to the Phantom Corsair. Then it bounced over to a lady in Chicago who may or may not have parked it next to her fridge. Eventually, Bill Harrah, yes, that Bill Harrah, bought it and gave it to Bobby Gentry as a wedding gift. Forget toasters, folks. This is how you say I do when you've got Reno casino money and a garage that laughs at Lamborghinis. Now this car ended up in Tom Barrett's hands, of Barrett-Jackson fame, then J.B. Nethercutt's, where it sat in a museum in Sylmar until 2010 when it sold for $440,000 at Pebble Beach. That's right, nearly $500,000 just if you like French royalty with push-button swagger. And before that, it went through a 2-year full restoration by Mike Fennell. What I liked the most? It's not just the gold or the teardrop silhouette, it's the fact that this car screams, no compromise. It's a rolling reminder of a time when the French didn't just build cars, they composed them with chrome symphonies and golden punchlines. I believe anyone who buys this kind of car today isn't just buying a vehicle, they're inheriting an attitude, and also a responsibility to keep it away from people like Timmy, who once used an antique door handle to open a can of tuna because, and I quote, it looked sturdy. So yes, this car's heavy, slow, over the top, and completely impractical. But damn it, it's glorious. Like watching a swan try to play tennis, confusing, elegant, and somehow unforgettable. And hey, if you like this ride through chrome-coated insanity, become a sponsor of our channel for just $1. That's less than Timmy spends on fish bait and half the price of Bob's latest alien detection helmet. Drive safe, dream big, and remember, some cars were built to move you. Others were built to make your neighbors weep with envy.